So last video we was in the GT3s at Laguna Seca, but we're taking a little bit of a change of scenery, heading all the way over to Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps, if that is even how you pronounce that word, but here we go. So today we're in their 4 cars, baby, and here we go, standing start, getting off quite well here. We just dump the clutch, we have like a little dual clutch thing going on, so we set it to 30%. And we get off quite well. So in turn 1, again, I'm always super wide because I've only got one monitor. Give enough room, and we don't die. Unlike that guy, absolutely crying. This guy cries a lot of the time throughout this entire race. So just get used to hearing his voice, and hopefully mine is more powerful than his. Here we go. The slipstream is super strong in these cars. It's the fixed setup that we're doing as well. So everybody's got the same setup. And so we're just purely going to be going off slipstream and we're going behind people. Here we are, pulling out, it's lap 1, got to be careful here, but this guy brakes a little bit too late and outbrakes himself. Good job I didn't try and take him on the outside, otherwise he would have took me out. So he joins in behind us and we are now ahead of him quite nicely. Again, you can see I just did a little woo at the bottom left, a bit scary. Lock up my right tyre here. Again, the guy behind me nearly went into the back of me. Would have been my fault, as we see a little bit of carnage there in the mirrors. Quite a bit of carnage there. So we're going to have a 2-second gap now from the cars behind. We've got 2 cars in the immediate behind of us, but after that we've got quite a bit of breathing room. So we can see what we can do now. There's a little bit of these guys fighting, or actually the guy in the purple livery's got a little bit of a slowdown. He goes wide and then he kind of just bogs me down a little bit and makes the 2 people behind us catch up. So close call now with this Ferrari livery behind. He's racing me quite well and he's doing an alright job, not gonna lie. So in the slipstream of the car ahead of us in Francisco, the guy behind us is in our slipstream, but we should be pulling away from the guy behind as he's at the same rate that he's getting closer to us because we're in the slipstream of the car ahead. So we're not too worried, but under the braking zone we've just got to make sure we don't fuck up, and unfortunately we do. We lock up a little bit and unfortunately not able to make the corner, so the guy behind us goes into the back of us just a little bit. Take to the off-road, and we're still in it. We do have some wheel damage now. I'm not sure how that's going to affect me at this point in the race. At the moment the wheel's straight. As long as the wheel's straight, we're not too bad, and the car's feeling okay. We will lose some performance, but as long as it's none of the wing or my rear wing that's damaged, then we should actually be alright. So we're gonna see basically when we're coming down this straight. If the guy behind us can catch up a lot, then we're carrying significant damage, but it's looking like the gap is 0.4 the whole way down here. So, and we're in the slipstream of the car ahead a little bit, so we do seem to be okay. So skipping on ahead now on the same lap, but towards the end of this lap, and the cars in front of these 2 swap positions because one of them seemed faster than the other and they're working together. So now I'm thinking, okay, these guys are going to absolutely run away with each other. But here we go. The damage might be coming into play here. I might have outbroke myself there because of the damage, but then those 2 come together. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I broke a bit too late or what. But the cars, if you see at the top right, we've got the little TV going on. The cars that just swapped place, one of the cars, he just outbroke himself and nearly span out. So they swapped places. You can hear how disappointed he is. They swapped places and he's just messed up, so it was kind of pointless them swapping places because 2 corners later they are now in the same place they were before. So that guy's not happy with that because he's just lost time. In the slipstream of Francisco in front of me, and we're going to see if we can overtake him. He's not going to defend it too difficult. He's just being nice and easy. We're on the inside. We pull away from him because we don't want that side draft, because that will bog us down, and we are ahead before the corner. So he just gave us that one. He doesn't want to fight it, and now we've got to try and run away with it because we don't have anybody in front of us to take the benefit from their slipstream. So we're punching a hole through the air now for the guy behind, so he's going to be on our tail throughout the whole way round. So we just got to try and do what we can. But unfortunately for him, in this next braking zone, he gets on the grass and he's absolutely sliding out and into the barriers. So he is now out of this race because that's going to be a lot of damage from him. So skipping to the end of that lap, the guy behind us is absolutely rapid. Look at how much he gains on me under that braking zone there. So he's very confident there. Again, you could see I had a little bit of an issue a couple of laps prior, and I'm thinking it's because of the damage that I had. Now bear in mind, I just jumped in this race with zero practice. I hardly ever drive the F4s, so the guy behind me just might have a lot of practice and he's just better under braking. But again, I am carrying that damage, so it is what it is. We've just got to try and adapt, and I mean that's part of racing really. The better you are at adapting, the better you are at racing. He's now coming really close to us through Eau Rouge, and I'm thinking he's faster than me, so I want him to overtake me so I can stay in his slipstream, but hits me there, runs into the back of me. I'm like, okay mate, so I'm just going to defend the inside now. Race is on now, so he shouldn't have hit me. I would have let him go if he was a little bit smarter with these overtaking manoeuvres. He could have just took me easily, but we are not going to make it easy for him anymore. Again, I'm starting to think that my car is okay, even though I do have damage confirmed by the engineer. The guy behind me is definitely faster than me, but he's now just going to put me under a lot of pressure. The main objective here is to not lose too much time to the guys ahead. So we've got a 2.1 second gap to the guys ahead. We are definitely faster than them as well. So last lap around they was 23.1 and we was 22.8. So we've got the speed on the guys ahead. We can catch up. It is unfortunate that we are now racing the guy behind, and he doesn't seem to want to be working with me. He's trying to go for the overtake. At this moment in time, he's going to be staying behind because he knows in the next couple of corners there's a long straight. So he just wants to be in my slipstream and he can make an easy pass. Or at least, and I get on the gravel there, so my speed should have slowed down a little bit. At least that's the idea. So I don't know what was up with him. He should have easily been able to pass me. So he's trying to take me on the outside here. We defending on the inside. Now, whilst we're defending, we're going to be losing time to the cars ahead. And again, he was really good on the brakes here, so I'm not sure. He definitely doesn't want to go for an overtake here because there's another long straight soon, and that's where you want to be doing the overtaking, because then you've got the tight little medium speed corners, slow speed corners to try and pull away from people. But here we go, he's not going for the overtake, probably lifting off there, just letting me take the corner, and he's going to stick as close to me as possible. He does go a little bit sketchy there, you see in the mirror there, he gets a little wiggle on, but still should be fine. He's 0.3 behind me, so plenty of it. It's actually a good gap. So we got the TV cam up again for him, top right. It's going to be nice side-by-side action going on here. So we've pulled up the TV cam, so you can see how much speed he's gaining on me. That's purely because of the slipstream. So he's trying to go for the inside line, but I cover it off. So now he's on the outside line going into this next corner, and we are side-by-side going into it. He's just a little bit ahead, but I've got the inside, but that turns into the outside for me. But then it turns into inside for me. Now here he turns in too early, clips me, and we bounce into him. A little bit of netcode there, and he's into the barriers behind us. So unfortunate for him that he didn't give us a little bit more room, and we got off scot-free with that pretty much. But again, we said before the gap to the cars ahead was 2.1, but we've lost a whole second fighting that car. You can see it in my delta as well, where my mirrors are. So we're now 3.1 behind. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. We only have a couple of laps. We're on lap 5 out of 9. So we've got about 4 laps to try and catch up to these guys. And we already know that they're working together to catch up to the guys ahead. So they're going to be fighting towards the end, because it's not a team sport. It is purely 1v1. So at the end, they're going to be fighting each other. Now, again, we've got another TV cam coming up now. So the guys ahead of us, we're on board with Matthew. And the guy in the blue Christmas livery is going to make a big mistake. He claims the guy ahead of him broke early, but he flips him, and all 3 of them make contact with each other. Perfect for me now. So that is, we're in P6, the P3 ahead of me. So This is beautiful for me. Going into this next long straight as well, we're going to get an absolute beautiful slipstream. We try and go for it there, because you see the guy ahead of us, look at his tyre, it's definitely broken. I'm not sure if he's got a meatball, if he should be pitting, but he's going for it. He's still going. The damage to me looks like he should be not this fast, but we are now going to have an absolute double slipstream here. We're not sure where to go, so he goes on the left. I am now gonna make a commitment to go on the inside here. So we're 3 wide, and now we're 2 wide going into this next corner, and we are now ahead. So that's a triple overtake, 3 people in 1 straight. So that is an absolute beautiful result. Absolutely amazing. There you go. Matthew said, Tyler, you're picking up all the pieces. Now he's going to be battling with us throughout the whole race now until the end. So we've got to just make sure our defence is on point. Again, when we get to the straights, it's going to be quite difficult to defend those. But he did have contact with the blue livery car, so he might be carrying quite a little bit of damage. But at the moment, it's looking like he's fine. He's got no damage. You can see he's all over me in my mirrors. So a lot of pressure, just need to keep it cool. He's going to be trying to go for the inside here. He's absolutely pinning me to the inside, but we just take the inside line. We don't mind that. And now he's looking like he's pulling away a little bit, going through these medium speed corners. So he might be carrying a little bit of damage on his front wing, which is causing him to lose a little bit of grip on those corners. Plus, he's in the dirty air of me as well. But now we're going to see what his speed is like on these straights. Again, he's got the slipstream of me, and is he making any progress here? The gap is 0.2. In the mirrors, it's looking like he's getting closer and closer. Gap's now 0.1, so he is gaining on me in the mirrors. We're going to go defensive again on the inside. He's going to take the outside. He brakes, but we are absolutely covering it off, and we do get a little bit of a slide on there. We catch it. There's pretty nice reactions. And again, it's still not over. We've got this one more straight coming here now. And we're going to be braking just after the 100 marker, turning in, get that camber so we can get our acceleration down as soon as we hit that camber. And he must have made a mistake behind us, because he's 0.6 now. So hopefully he's got damage, and he's 0.6 behind, so he wasn't able to catch up. We skip ahead to the end of the race. He wasn't able to catch up. We come across the line in P3. So honestly, amazing result. You wouldn't have thought that I would have got that with the damage and the start that we had. We had a lot of fighting, a lot of contact. I ended it with 12 incident points. That is quite brutal to the old safety rating, but we were a reason for the 4x at the beginning, but the rest of it I can't take credit for, unfortunately. So good race, a lot better than I was expecting. And there we go. That was a little bonus race for the week. Nice little F4 race. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like and subscribe. More content coming soon. Thank you very much. Peace out.